We are here at the Houghton International Horse Trials, and I've got the badminton horse trials winner, Sam Griffiths, joining us for a chat. Sam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's always great to come to Houghton. It's such a wonderful venue, and as a competitor, we love coming here.
And you've been competing today?
I have. I've had 2 horses today, of which they've both gone pretty well. We've managed to battle through the mud, and there was a bit of a downpour this morning, so I was quite damp this morning, but as you said, it's turning out to be a lovely afternoon.
What weather do you like the best? I often wonder if it is a bit muddy in that. You actually probably quite relish it.
No, I'm an Antipodean. I love riding in the sun. I'm very much a fair weather rider, but sometimes we just have to get out in this sort of stuff. The horses don't seem to mind it, but I'm never that keen to get wet.
Show jumping and cross country in one day.
Yes, the sport has various different formats, and that's a format that we're doing today. It's the horses have to be really on their game, but it's exciting to do, going from one phase to another. And luckily it's gone well for me today. And
there are some other big names here too.
Yeah, there's some really big names here. There's the Nations Cup, and so you get top names from all over the world. Unfortunately, we're missing Zara Phillips. I know she came here last year, but after having a baby, I think she's easing her way back into the sport. But having said that, there's really top names from all over the world.
Well, I think we can understand Zara Phillips. If she's just become a mum, it takes a while, doesn't it, to get back into the routine of things.
It sure is. I became a father a bit over a year ago, and it certainly changes your life, and you have to adjust. And particularly for Zara being a top sportswoman, trying to be focused and being a top as she is, I think she'd only want to come out when she's really truly prepared.
Yeah. How do you cope now as a family? Do they travel with you?
Unfortunately, my family haven't come this weekend, but we try and stay together as a family. But unfortunately, it hasn't come this weekend. So I've got a bit of making up to do when I get home.
Just talk me through badminton and what happened there.
Well, badminton, as a competitor, as I've said before, that it's like winning the Wimbledon. So it's the home of the sport. It's something we've always dreamed of doing and want to win. And so I was fortunate enough to do it. But, I had to claw my way up through the field. I was coming 25th out of about 90 after the dressage. So that was a reasonable start, but I didn't feel I could win it from there. I knew I could be competitive. But I managed to claw my way up through the competition. After a particularly tough cross country, and my horse tried so hard, and we managed to claw our way up to the top, and then to finally win it was a bit of a shock to me. And to be honest, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but it's still hardly sunk in.
What was it like actually winning? I mean, how did you feel? I mean, I know you said it hasn't sunk in, but I mean that moment where you think this is it,
Well, for years in the horse sport, you have to muck out stables and ride horses, and so you spend a lot of your time dreaming about that sort of moment. So it felt a bit surreal, and I could hardly believe it. I really couldn't. And, a friend ran over to me because I didn't watch the last couple of competitors, and they told me that I'd won. And they had to say it a couple of times to me. And then, then what a thrill. What a great thrill.
If you didn't watch those last couple of competitors, what were you doing instead?
This might sound a bit corny, but I was literally at the back patting my pony, patting my horse, because I was so pleased with her, because she'd tried so hard in really testing and grueling conditions, and she'd given me everything. So I was just out the back giving her a bit of a pat. And because there was also a good friend of mine was jumping to win, and I felt that I didn't want him to go badly. Obviously I wanted to win, but so that was a bit bittersweet for me.
How does badminton compare with something like the Olympics?
Well, I mean, if there's ever 2 events you want to win, it's the badminton and the Olympics. I was fortunate enough to ride at the London Olympics. I didn't go quite so well at the London Olympics. I did have a quite close look at the Greenwich turf there. But London was an amazing experience. To be involved and being part of all the other athletes was just an incredible experience. And after doing that, makes me really want to try and achieve to get to the Olympics again. It was a great experience. It was a great show, and I think everyone loved it, even though I didn't go quite as how I wanted to.
So what, you'll be looking forward to Rio? Your sights are set there?
Yes. So in the immediate future, we have the World Championships over in France, in Normandy in France, in sort of 3 months, I think it is. But then my eyes will definitely be on Rio, something to really aspire to. And, I think that could be a great Games as well.
Sam, thanks very much for coming over and having a chat. I'll let you go. Are you going off to clean up now?
I think, as all you radio viewers can see, I'm covered in mud from doing the cross country. But my wife won't be too happy when she sees these jodhpurs tomorrow.
No, they definitely need a good clean, Sam. I'll let you get on. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Thank you, Sam Griffiths, badminton winner and competing here at the Houghton International Horse Trials.